So I'm going to go over some information that I absolutely love. 3 easy ways to save money on your NAS storage. For me, my NAS is not running SSDs. It's running all mechanical drives. And, there is some things that you can do that are going to save you some money. 3 ways to save money on your NAS storage. So what we have here is a summary. You get recertified hard drives that offer cost-efficient NAS storage upgrades with warranties providing good value and functionality. Number one, right there. I definitely do that. I buy recertified drives because it's my own home server for myself. And these drives, the power hours usually aren't that bad on them. And they're giving you like 3-year warranties on these drives as well. These drives are meant to run for 1,000,000 power hours, and they got maybe 100,000. I mean, 20, 30,000 power hours. Sometimes only that many. And then you've got a hard drive that's meant to run for years and years and years, and it's still perfectly good. Utilize secondhand marketplace like Reddit, Facebook Marketplace for deals on hard drives, but exercise caution due to their lack of warranty. That's definitely something you want to be cautious of is lack of warranties. If you are buying secondhand hard drives, sometimes it's good to take a look at the drive. You can get the serial number. You can punch that serial number into the manufacturer and see if it still has some manufacturer warranty on it. That's a good way to try to find out, hey, maybe this is a good deal. It's still got a year of manufacturer warranty on it. Higher capacity drives result in lower cost per terabyte. So definitely getting bigger drives, lower cost per terabyte. There's usually a middle ground where you get to the really big drives and then the cost per terabyte goes up. Storage can be expensive for your NAS or your server. You might only think of buying new drives for your server, but what if I told you there was a different way, a better way? Here's how. I save money when I upgrade my NAS storage. Don't be afraid of recertified hard drives. If you're ready to expand your NAS storage, recertified hard drives are the best place to start. There are many places to buy these drives, but Server Part Deals is likely one of my fan favorites. In the homeland area. So wherever this person's at, I get my deals from eBay. And on eBay, you can find these hard drives just like the one he's showing in the picture here, the HGSTs or other similar drives. You can get those, and you can get them with warranties. There's a lot of them out there. There's some drives that are even pretty good costs that are you know that are uh, that are brand new. Showing the Western Digital 4 terabyte there. That's just an example. Obviously, there's tons of brands and models and types of drives out there. When buying a recertified drive from a reputable seller, you'll often get a multi-year warranty. I've purchased recertified drives on Amazon that come with 5-year warranties. I have too. Go Hard Drive is one that seller that I've bought from, and I believe they sell on Newegg and eBay. And they have multi-year 3 to 5 year warranties on the drives, and they're recertified. They come in clean and sealed in an anti-static bag and shipped terrifically. So you can definitely get some great deals. Just be sure to check out the seller before making a purchase. I always do this just so I'm protected in case of failure, which does happen occasionally. If I do happen to receive a bad hard drive, I've always had it handled promptly with Amazon sellers. So this is kind of promoting Amazon a little bit there. That's fine if you want to buy a hard drive from Amazon. Um, just definitely check the product brand and the seller that you're buying from, and make sure you're buying from a reputable seller. Showing some rack NASs here with a bunch of hard drives. There are different types of drives. When you do purchase your hard drives that way, make sure you're getting the right type. So some NASs use SAS drives, and then those are not SATA drives. Okay, so if you've got a standard SATA hard drive case like I do that runs USB, then that is going to be a situation to where the SAS drive won't work unless you purchase some adapters, which I've done before. I don't recommend it. And unless you get a SAS, an actual SAS N.A.S. I don't recommend that either. Those things tend to use a lot of power. They're big, they're bulky, and on top of all of that, you can't just replace the drive with standard SATA drives. You can't take the drive out and use it in another machine because most machines don't support SAS. It's kind of a server only type thing. So for average home users, I don't recommend using SAS drives. Before making any big purchase on second market, it's good to get a few pieces of information about the hard drive. Crystal Disk Info, a terrific program. I'll probably do a separate video on that software by itself. It actually gives you all the power hours and health information that you would need to know about a drive. So using Crystal Disk Info is a terrific thing. Can give you a lot of info about the drive's age, failure rate, and more. Smart Data can also give a glimpse into the drive's health too. Smart Data doesn't give you as much information, but it's useful. Definitely useful. The main thing you want to watch out for are drive power on hours and reallocated sector count. There are other things to look at, but those are the two main ones that I look at. You can always Google the drive manufacturer's website to find out what it's rated for in terms of power on hours and to know how close to the end of life the drive is. So when I talk about the power on hours, and the drives I usually buy are helium sealed, there is an issue with when you look at the power on hours from some of the drives, they're a lot more power on hour ratings, a lot higher rating than some of the others. So definitely check all of that out because they can be different by hundreds of thousands of hours for their rating. So that's an important thing because that'll tell you that, hey, this is a really solid server drive. It could end up sitting here running a long time. Typically speaking, the higher capacity drives you buy, the cheaper per terabyte it gets. There is a point of diminishing returns, but around $10 to $12 per terabyte range is where I like to be when purchasing high capacity drives. That's not bad. I mean, $120 to $140 for a 12 terabyte drive. I mean, I can't really argue with that as far as what the price he's putting in here. I have bought them cheaper than that. I've bought 16 terabytes for way cheaper than $10 a terabyte, but that was looking and then seeing the deal pop up and then grabbing it right away. So if you see a really good deal, if you're not in the market and you've got a few bucks, then just keep your eye open. And then when you see a deal pop up, you can be like, okay, yeah, let me grab a couple of those drives. You might find $70, $80, 16 terabyte drives. When you see a deal like that, you might want to snag them up, especially from a reputable seller who has a 3-5 year warranty on the drives. Go ahead and snag it up. That's a real rarity to get them that cheap. But if you just keep your eyes open and look every few days, you may find a deal. So that's it. That is ways to save money on your NAS storage. If you're building a home server and you want to get some great storage, instead of spending tons of money per month on a cloud-based server, you should have this first, because a cloud like I've said and I preach it time and time again, cloud-based servers are not main storage. Don't use them as your primary main storage, people. You need hard drives and storage yourself in your own home if you're going to have media and content and whatever you're going to have on in there. You need it there first and then have a cloud as a cloud backup, not main. Okay, this is important information to know, because if you don't have the data on your own drives in your own hands, then you don't have the data. If the internet goes down and you can't access that data, you don't have it. It's out there floating around in the cloud. Now, I don't have a problem with using those cloud setup servers, as backups, but I don't use them as main storage ever. I have my own main storage at home. As a matter of fact, I have main storage backups and then backups of that all at home, and I only use some cloud storage backups for specific things, mainly sharing with somebody who's not close to me some data, or just making sure I have some of my personal stuff backed up. Things like personal paperwork for pink slip on a car, or my birth certificate, etc., like that, in a cloud backup. That way, if your house burns down or something, which a lot of people lost their homes recently in California, which is where I live, then you at least have that information on a cloud backup, so you can at least get on some kind of device and get on the internet and get that information to help you start rebuilding your life. Hopefully this information was useful to you guys. If it was, let me know. Leave a thumbs up, comment down below what you think of all of this. I'll see you in the next video, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.